The way that we have learned how to apply AI tools to the business is when they said run the business with agents. So the first thing is I really wanted to create an agentic team, right? So I started creating agents. Like I have one that just does email copywriting, and one that just does YouTube captions, and one that just does email automation, and one that just does digital product innovation. And he thinks through like the direction in the roles and responsibilities is think like an MIT graduate who just works on new digital innovations that makes people's lives better, right? And we have one that's a long form writer, and we have one that is just a virtual assistant, calendars, reminders, checking on what's in the news. And all of that is important to an agency, but also as an entrepreneur. Human capital is very expensive. So if you've ever tried to launch a business, each person, you know, especially the most valuable players, that's a lot of investment, right? And you don't get to see your return immediately. What I feel like it's such a great time to be alive and a great time to be an entrepreneur because you get the opportunity to take advantage of these innovations right now where if you look at public relations, does anybody have any PR friends in the building? So spreading the word. There was a time when publicists would be standing over a fax machine all day, faxing out a piece of paper that had all these announcements and dates, all right? And then it was like, okay, now I can just email this out. Okay, great, but now we just can have, feed the information in, and like using your agents is not as simple as what I am saying right now because I don't have enough time to go into it. But the reason why I launched SB Enterprises was because 135 focuses a lot on serving the needs of the billion-dollar businesses, right? Like Apple and NBC, Peacock, and Netflix and Disney. But SB Enterprises just focuses on the needs of entrepreneurs that are toiling all day long, having a high impact in their community, job creating, and they're so busy doing that they never work on the things that are going to grow the business. And so I have an AI automation for entrepreneurs course that my students come into, and I deal with everything from, you know, this resistance you have because you still think that there's a thing called privacy, and I deal with how do you use this to build the right infrastructure in your business so that it frees up your time to grow the business. So I mean, I'm looking forward to this conversation, but you know, it's a fun thing. I feel so lucky to be able to experience all that AI tools can help us with, whether it's perplexity, for deep thinking. Everybody knows about ChatGPT or Gamma for producing proposals. I mean, it's just an amazing time. Thank you, Megan. Okay, so I'm always thinking through the lens of entrepreneurs in general, but also those who are on the marketing, communications, PR side of a film, right? Because I've experienced that for the last 20 years. So I would say that if this was my AI automation course for my entrepreneurs, I would say the top 5 that I cannot live without every single day is ChatGPT, of course, just in general, right? And I have a business account, but I think that a lot of times for entrepreneurs who don't have a lot of time to dig deep into AI all day because they're satisfying their clients and their customers and they're managing a team, they need something they can understand and don't have time to, you know, become a researcher. That's one. Claude, for sure. Because you want a better, more well-rounded, deeper thought answer where you don't feel like everyone got the same answer. Perplexity also for deep thinking and research projects. And then when you're talking about marketing and communication and having to spread the word about film, I am big on ManyChat. I use it every single day for all of my Facebook and Instagram because when you're putting something out there, you don't have time to respond to every single person. This helps you to actually draft a message that you want to get out to everyone and welcome them in to just take a step further. So definitely ManyChat. There's so many on this one. Also Replit. Replit and Lovable.dev, I feel like are for those of us who are constantly trying to create SaaS tools, software as a service, right? So for me, it's not every software is going to blow up and become big software that you cash out on the with an IPO for $1 billion, right? Some tools are just great for a certain segment, a community, a class, a course, and so I am big on making tools that my students can use, and literally, Replit, you are just talking to it and telling it exactly what you need. I need this for my community of film students, for my community of journalists. Whatever it is that you need, you tell it, and this is what I need to make people's lives easier, to make this experience smoother. And what you get back, whether it's building a website or whatever, is just, again, it just makes me excited to be alive right now and able to use these tools. But I do want to just say one big caveat. Did I give y'all 5? I said ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, ManyChat, Lovable.dev, Replit, oh, and Gamma, for sure, for proposals and deck writing. I have one business for something that I literally just did a brain dump and was like, now give me this and these types of visuals, and spit out something, and one business, and was stunned because I expected them to be like, oh, we've seen this from everybody. And I'm like, oh my God, this is beautiful. I was like, okay. So I think that, you know, some of the technological advancements will stun you because you're like, I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm always worried that this was just too easy because we were sold the hustle till you die, hard work, grind. So when something is simple and easy, you're like, that was too easy. But it's literally a reprogramming because we had to do everything the hard, long struggle way, and getting a one-way ticket off the struggle bus, and that's what I'm always interested in. How do I get off the struggle bus with this particular thing and automate it? Automation is like my theme for the year. But I do want to just say, no matter what tool you use, if you're looking for a quick fix or for it to think for you, you are going to waste your time, right? It still has to be all of your intellectual property. You only get an AI agent that can help you if you explain to it how to help you. If you put in, it takes me 3 or 4 hours to build an agent, because I am going into, I don't even name it or give it the face and all that until at the end. First, I'm spending all day long on how I want you to think. That's at least 1 or 2 hours. Ask me all the questions you need to ask me about what I'm looking for so I can tell you how to think. And then after I tell it how to think and who it is and define their experience, you're from Harlem, you graduated from Harvard with a degree in blah, 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 and you've had 20 years of experience writing for New York Times, whatever it is. Then you go into roles and responsibilities. So important, because if you don't do it, it's just going to grab from the same pool of information it's giving anyone who doesn't put any effort in. So then you are getting what everyone else is getting. And if you don't want to get what everyone else is getting, because that will not help you, you have to spend time building whatever kind of AI tool it is that you're going to use. And that's for all of them. So I just want to make sure that as a person who's been marketing films forever and ever, I would say that there's not a simple answer to that question, but what I would say to you is that films, they touch people on a personal level, right? And when you have made a film that you are proud to stand behind, the first thing you should do is just think about who this film is for, right? Because everything is not for everybody. That's the first step in marketing. Who are we talking to with this content? And then once you decide who that is, like who's gonna be touched by this? Are there themes of sisterhood? Are there themes of like, just the show that just came out on Wednesday on Apple TV? It is straight just messy, scandal, sex lies, betrayal, backstabbing, all of that. Who really loves that type of stuff? So you just have to look at the themes that are in the content, right? And then the best way that AI can help you is for you to ask it for, I need to get in front of people who are interested in these 5 themes that are portrayed in the film. That's the first thing you want to do. You want to ask for civic groups, affinity groups, community groups, and get it out there, especially if you don't have a large marketing budget and if you don't have distribution. So what you want to do is create these partnerships that are going to help you to get it in front of people who are invested in the same content as in that film, right? And then you can take it from there because you'll build a groundswell of people who are just talking about it. Now, if you have, let's say you pitched your film for some limited distribution, right? Like through one of those AMC deals where they give you like 10 or 15 screens across the country. You'll get in front of more people, but they're not going to help you market it. They'll say, I'll give you a place to put it, you get the people to the theater, and then your job is different. That time, you're going to those 15 cities and you're saying, in these cities only, who can I partner with to fill that theater because I have at least 15 screens I can get it in front of. And there are limited runs for a lot of films that have gone on to grow in momentum. That's the thing about a film, is that you have to grow the momentum when you don't have a large budget. And in AI, every step of the way, you're going to be using it as a strategist, act as a film marketing strategist or a community-driven strategist to help me grow a conversation within this community. Like, this is a great community, National Urban League is a great community to start conversations, and generally, just asking for a list of community groups and places like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be people who are interested in careers in film, or even people who consider themselves like, film groups or anything like that. A lot of times you can extract the theme that's in the film and find people who are into that. I hope that helped.
Yeah.